I never saw it coming, but when my landlord, Mr. Carter, knocked on my door in that rundown Chicago apartment, I knew I was cornered. 3 months behind on rent, no money, no one to turn to. Then he made me an offer one I should have spit back in his face, but didn't. It was a deal that changed everything, a sin I couldn't unmake. Before we dive in, take a second to like and subscribe. It's quick, but it keeps these stories alive. I need your support. Now let's get to it. The knock jolted me. My robe was loose, slipping open to show my bare thighs, but I was too worn out to care. I opened the door, and there was Mr. Carter, his eyes raking over me, slow, deliberate. "Eleanor, you're 3 months late on rent." I pulled the robe tighter, my voice small. "I know, Mr. Carter. I just need more time." He stepped inside, shutting the door behind him. The air thickened, heavy with something unspoken. His gaze lingered, a mix of pity and hunger. "A woman like you struggling like this, it's a shame. Beautiful but helpless." Heat crept up my skin. "I'll figure it out," I said, but my voice cracked. He sighed, shaking his head. "Time doesn't pay bills, sweetheart. I'd tried everything, extra shifts, borrowing, cutting corners. Nothing worked." "Please, just a little longer," I whispered. He studied me, eyes narrowing. "Or maybe there's another way." My stomach twisted. There it was, the offer laid bare like a blade. "What do you mean?" My voice was barely a breath. He smirked. "Come on, Eleanor. You know what I mean. Just you and me. Nobody has to know." My heart pounded, a caged animal. His smile deepened, watching me squirm. "I can make your problems disappear." I exhaled, shaky, trapped. No options, no way out, just him. I nodded slowly. His grin widened, and he reached for the belt of my robe. "Good girl." Mr. Carter led me to the bedroom, his grip firm but unhurried. The air felt thick, pressing against my skin. His cologne, sharp and masculine, flooded my senses, stirring something I didn't want to name. At the bed's edge, he undid his belt, the soft clink of metal sending a shiver through me. "You know what to do, sweetheart," he said, voice low. My throat tightened. My fingers curled into fists, but his eyes, amused in control, held me. "Don't act so surprised, Eleanor. You agreed." A heat coiled in my gut, electric wrong. I swallowed, then knelt, my lips brushing against him, cautious, tasting his warmth. His fingers slid through my hair, guiding me, tightening as I moved. His low groans sent a thrill through me I didn't expect, didn't want. I shouldn't have liked it, but I did. His breathing grew heavy, his body tensing. I felt a strange power controlling him, owning this moment. Then he pulled back, breath uneven, barely holding on. "Get up," he rasped, need thick in his voice. I stood, my robe slipping as I climbed onto the bed, straddling him. His hands found my thighs, sliding up, gripping like he wanted to claim every inch. "That's it," he whispered, eyes locked on mine. I moved, guiding him, a gasp escaping as our bodies met. His fingers dug into my hips, urging me on. "You feel better than I imagined." I ignored the heat his words sparked, telling myself this was just a deal. But as I moved, pleasure surged deep and undeniable. My body betrayed me, craving more. I bit my lip, keeping my face blank, but inside I burned. "Keep going, Eleanor. Ride me like you mean it." His voice was taut, hands gripping tighter. I obeyed, moving faster, breath ragged. Each motion sent waves through me, making it hard to pretend I wasn't lost in it. He smirked, seeing through me. "You like this, don't you?" "No," I lied, my breath hitching as I sped up. His body rose to meet mine, perfect rhythm, the tension between us thick, heavy. I clenched, my jaw stifling sounds that would give me away. "Keep going," he growled, eyes never leaving mine, drinking in every move, every unspoken reaction. My nails dug into his chest, holding on as pleasure threatened to spill over. His breath quickened, body tensing beneath me. With a final shudder, he gripped me tight, reaching his peak. Seconds later, I broke too, trembling, swallowing my moans to hide the truth. We lay there, breaths, heavy, skin slick. I slid off, sitting at the bed's edge, pulling my robe around me, though it hid nothing. My skin still hummed, breath uneven. His eyes watched, waiting. "You surprised me, Eleanor," he said, voice soft, pleased. "Didn't expect you to enjoy it that much." My stomach burned. "Just a deal," I muttered. He chuckled. "Sure, if that's what you need to believe." Silence stretched between us. I should have felt shame, but I didn't, not fully. Part of me loved it more than I could admit. "I've got another offer," he said, leaning against the headboard, shirt still open. I froze. What his face was unreadable. "You liked this. I know you did. And there are men who'd pay good money for a woman like you." My breath caught. "You're kidding." He held my gaze. "You said you're out of options. But you don't have to be. This could be profitable. It was different, wrong." "This was just you," I said, grasping for words. His smirk deepened. "Just a favor. Just for fun." I turned away, mind racing. I should have been disgusted, but I wasn't. He was right, I'd liked it. The thought of doing it again, being wanted and controlled, turning nothing into something it wasn't, unthinkable. "Your choice," he said, buttoning his shirt. "You don't have to say yes, but I know 2 men who'd pay top dollar for a night with you." A chill ran through me. Not 1, but 2. I swallowed. How much? His grin widened. "More than you've ever made in a night." My pulse thundered. 1 night, 2 men. A choice that could change it all. I lifted my chin and nodded. "All right, Mr." Carter grinned, reaching for his phone. "Good girl, I'll make the call." The next night, I stood before the mirror, smoothing a tight, low-cut dress over my hips, chosen by Mr. Carter, paired with heels that made my legs look endless. I barely recognized myself. My hands shook as I fixed my hair. Why was I nervous? I'd made my choice. "You look perfect," Mr. Carter whispered from the doorway, his eyes approving. "They'll love you." I exhaled, steadying myself. "Who are they? Friends, clients?" He smirked. "Give them a night to remember, Eleanor, and rent's the least of your worries." A knock at the door. My breath caught. They were here. Mr. Carter's smirk grew. "Showtime, sweetheart." I turned to the door, heart pounding, and opened it. 2 men stood there, eyes, dark faces, unreadable here for me. I led them inside my heels, clicking softly, the air charged with unspoken energy. They followed close, their presence overwhelming, 2 sets of eyes fixed on me. I'd agreed to this. I wanted it. But something twisted inside, a flicker of doubt, a spark of thrill. The taller one, broad-shouldered, confident, reached for me first, his touch firm on my waist fingers, tracing my curves like he was memorizing them. The other, leaner, eyes sharper, lingered behind his breath, warm against my shoulder, sending a shiver down my spine. "Let's get to it," the first whispered, teasing the strap of my dress. The fabric slipped away, cool air kissing my skin as his hands explored, sure and reverent. I reached out, my fingers tracing their forms through their clothes, testing their reactions. Their eyes never left me, watching, waiting. A slow breath escaped me. No hesitation. I wanted to give them exactly what they craved. I undid their belts, slow, deliberate, feeling the tension coil between us. Their breathing deepened, muscles shifting under my touch. The first man let out a low sound, lifting my chin, his eyes unreadable but intense. "Just like that," he murmured, voice dark. Heat surged in me, thrilling, dangerous. I knelt, moving with purpose, my lips meeting one then the other, tasting their warmth. Above me, the first man's fingers wove through my hair, guiding gently. The second's breath quickened, his hand grazing my jaw, lost in the moment. Their sounds, their presence sent a slow, deep heat through me. Just like that one whispered voice, thick with satisfaction. Those words ignited me. They let me set the pace, explore, lose myself in them. Then one pulled back, clearing his throat, regaining focus. "Come here," he said, voice steady. "We're just getting started." I sank onto the bed, breath, uneven, body humming with anticipation. The taller man settled between my thighs, his fingers tracing slow circles, teasing, building tension. The other knelt beside me, tilting my face toward him, his eyes locking onto mine with quiet intensity. "Let's see how sweet you are." The first whispered, his breath warm against my skin before his lips found me, slow, deliberate. A gasp caught in my throat, his touch patient, unraveling me. My fingers gripped the sheets, each movement sending waves through me. The second man leaned in his kiss, deep, consuming, his fingers threading through my hair. They moved in sync, one unraveling me with his mouth, the other pulling me deeper into his kiss. "She's incredible," one murmured, voice thick with awe. I should have hesitated, but I didn't. I wanted more, and they knew it. They shifted me effortlessly, guiding me to my hands and knees, my body still trembling from their touch. The second man moved behind me, his hands firm on my hips, steadying me. "Ready?" he asked, voice low, knowing. I barely nodded before he pressed forward, a slow, deliberate pressure sending heat through me. My breath hitched, fingers clutching the sheets. He groaned softly, his movements steady, savoring every second. The first man knelt before me, his fingers grazing my jaw, urging my eyes up. "Let me feel you," he whispered. My lips parted, welcoming him, our breaths sinking. Just like that, he murmured, his thumb brushing my cheek. They moved together, one steadying my hips, the other holding my gaze, their rhythm perfect, consuming. A soft moan escaped me, making the man in front draw a sharp breath, his fingers tightening. Behind me, the other's movements quickened, sending heat deeper, my gasps sharper. "You love this, don't you?" one teased, voice knowing. I did. Every second of it. They shifted me again, lifting me onto the first man, his hands gripping my hips, eyes burning with satisfaction. "Show me how much you want this," he whispered. I sank into him, heat flooding me, a shiver running down my spine. His head fell back, a low groan escaping as I moved. Behind me, the second man's touch teased, his fingers tracing my back, waiting for my reaction. "Take your time," he whispered, breath hot against my ear. His slow, deliberate pressure pushed me further, my body adjusting, yielding. The heat between us burned the moment, stretching our bodies in perfect sync. Just like that, one groaned. I was lost, overwhelmed, their touch, their breaths, their rhythm consuming me. They moved as one, precise, controlled, the pressure building until it broke. A final surge shattered me, heat flooding my body in waves. A sharp breath from below, his fingers digging into my skin as he faltered. A low groan behind me, his grip steady as he followed. The moment lingered, breathless, infinite, before fading into warmth.